in Dade City for Scream-A-Geddon. Alright, it's actually like kind of chilly out here. Feels good though. Mondays. There's like no one here. There's fire. We're cheap, general admission all the way. They do have an ATM here. Merchandise. Alright, which one are we going in? The 3D one?
Sure.
Alright, we're going into Bedlam 3D. Where are we going? Yes. See, you got scared already.
I know.
And keep it moving!
So what is it called? Lipo prison. What do you think?
I give them A+ for all of the set pieces. It was awesome. No, I liked it because it felt like a prison.
Yeah, but
There was
like
really dark areas of it though, which
it was too dark.
concerning.
It was very big and open. But we didn't do the where they grab you, and I think that it's designed for that because there's like big open rooms everywhere.
And then they were like grabbing people, dancing. And
I'm
all
not
this
okay with
crazy
people
stuff.
grabbing me, so I'm not.
Totally worth it. I can see why.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. And it was really dark, and there was like almost no audio whatsoever. So.
Still a better house than Walking Dead.
Alright, what do you think about the 3D one back there?
It's still okay-ish.
I thought it was okay.
I mean, still the same as last year. If you came last year, but
100%
nothing
better than
different.
Chance's House at Horror Nights.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
I
it
like
is
the
very.
little things though.
It feels like a very backyard haunt though. The other one was good, like not Horror Nights quality, but Busch Gardens quality, howl-o-scream quality at least. So on to hay rides. She's all sad and alone. There she goes.
Come back, best friend.
Come back to us.
I'll be your best friend.
All right, bye. We're gonna do what is it? Deadwoods. Spooky. Still wait in line forever. All right, next is Infected. Them over there. This entire house is like outdoors. Can't see anything. So dark.
Good luck.
And spooky. So long, Scream-A-Geddon. You were fun. until next year. We went to Scream-A-Geddon tonight, and here's our thoughts on it. What do you think?
Alright, so first attraction we did.
First of all, voted best newcomer, USA's best haunted houses.
Yeah.
That wasn't even on there like 2 days ago before.
It is now.
That. So yeah. What? I'm looking at that. It says number 5.
So it's not the best. It's just number 5.
Number 1, the 13th Gate. No idea what that is.
I've actually heard of that. They've featured it on TV before.
Indy Scream Park is number 2.
No idea what that is, but that sounds cool.
Number 3 is Dead End Hayride.
Also been on TV.
Number Terror Behind the Walls is number 4. I've heard of that before. Number 5, Scream-A-Geddon Horror Park. Let's see, what did it say? Scream-A-Geddon opened its doors in 2015, and it hits its stride right out of the gate. Located just north of Tampa, not just north of Tampa, by the way, kind of far north of Tampa. Scream-A-Geddon is designed and built by some of the best minds in the industry, and it shows. Get away from the city and the tourist traps to get into scare country between the cities of Tampa and Orlando. Well, it's not even between Orlando.
No, it's like...
It's in Dade City. It's north of Tampa. It's nowhere near Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so long. I'm not reading all that. So if you want to read that, go to... What is that? USA's Best Haunted Houses.
Boom.
Bang.
Alright.
Alright, anyways.
Anyways, our first attraction there, the clown one, which is called, scroll down.
Bedlam 3D. Bedlam, I don't know how you say it, I really don't.
Bedlam.
First complaint.
Here we go.
To save money, they give you like the 3D glasses they give you on like Transformers and Spider-Man. That's great. They hurt your head after wearing them for like more than 5 minutes. They hurt your ears like right here.
Sanitized.
They're not sanitized, which is really kind of gross, yeah. And you can tell because it's like, you know, you put your fingerprints on all that stuff. It's like right there.
But it was still cool. I like the
main
entrance. The entrance with all the
entrance is cool.
That was awesome.
They have cool effects. I don't have to be thought of.
Yeah, they did.
It's very... What did I say it was whenever we got out of it? It's like it's a basic haunted house though. Like it's
very basic.
It's like a garage style haunted house. I don't know. It's like not a lot of detail. Like you can tell it's like spray painted neon paint on the walls and all that stuff. But there's cool effects.
And a lot of yelling. They kept yelling in my ear. I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's not like Horror Nights or anything like that.
And they get really close to you too. Even if you're not, you know, even if you opt out of the whole, you know. Actually, that one wasn't a house. That was not one of them.
That was an interactive house.
No, but still.
They still get really in your face, and I don't like
really
that.
Close.
I don't like that, not because I'm scared of it. I don't like that because...
Personal space.
Yeah, personal thing. Like, I don't need you touching me. Like, the whole point is, I don't touch you, you don't touch me. Yeah, the rules, I guess, don't apply to that because you still touch me. Like,
they're like this.
I had a guy come like nose to nose and all that stuff, and that's great. But get out of my personal space. Yeah. It's cool though because like they don't pace you, or they pace you on like Horror Nights where it's a cattle shoot through there. So like you do get paced like every 2 minutes. They let a group like we went through by ourselves.
Yes. Right? Last year they did the same thing. They have the little timers, and every time they would let one person in, they time it.
Yeah.
I haven't found the time. That's
like 2 minutes.
Like about 2 minutes.
Like 2 minutes.
But I like it because it gives you kind of, you know, space between the groups. The lines are long.
The problem with that is that the characters in there, you can tell are getting antsy and wanting to scare people. So whenever you come through, it goes from being creepy and atmospheric to, all right, now you're annoying, get away from me. That's how I felt. Like
a little bit.
But whenever we went, like, well, spoilers. There's like the chain link room. Whenever that guy was like in my face, and then he went over here and he's like still back in my face, and I'm just like, chill that F out, dude. Like, go on about your life.
A little bit.
So I don't know.
It was good though. It was good.
I give it a C minus.
Yeah. No, I'd give it a B minus.
Give it a C minus.
B minus.
Could have been better. I feel like it'll be there a lot though. You can tell they spent a lot of money on someone using airbrush art to design all of that and do that. So I imagine it'll be there for a while.
So B minus.
Oh, and if you went to Horror Nights last year, Horror Nights 25, they have a lot of the same music that they played two things. The same music from Horror Nights last year, the atmosphere in the streets playing in that house, as well as the same techno music playing in ZCU at howl-o-scream. So, just saying, I don't know where they might have got all that from, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, after that we did...
The new house.
The only new house.
Yes.
Should be noted there's only 2 houses there. They advertise 6 attractions, which there's only 2 actual haunted houses there. Then there's a hayride, a haunted trail, and like some...
That one's its own thing.
Haunted trail, plastic sheeting maze of whatever, yeah. And then the Monster Midway, which is just games and food. I don't get it though. The Blackpool Prison one was the new interactive one if you wanted to do that, which we didn't do because I don't want people touching me or shoving me.
You were scared.
A lot of people were running out of it though.
Because they would grab you at the end and pull you back in because they were able to touch you. Which, by the way, the prison is where Pandemic was. You can also see the sign next to it. They just cut off the Pandemic.
I didn't go last year, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, if you look to the side,
the sign between the 2 buildings.
That's actually from last year's Pandemic house, or whatever it's called. But I noticed that, so I tried to get a video or picture, but it's too dark.
Really dark.
It was way dark.
Film anything or take pictures of anything. It was
Okay, it was not scary, but
it was detailed.
It was very detailed.
It was way dark. It was like so dark, and the problem is they had so much fog in there that the little bit of light that they did have, like, lit up kind of like a cloud. So it's like
you didn't know where you were going.
Yeah, you have no idea where you're going. You can't see any of the detail in there. So like while it was detailed, you can't see any of it. So like worse than Horror Nights. So Horror Nights is really detailed and it's so dim, but you can still make out some stuff. This place you couldn't see crap.
Couldn't see anything.
Kind of like they shot themselves in the foot with that one. But you can, like I said, when we were there, like the rooms are really big. I feel like it was designed to be interactive. So like in order to experience why the rooms are so large, I feel like you had to take part in all that, but we didn't do that. It's not an upcharge or anything. It's just we didn't want to do that.
Offered, but, yeah.
Or mark yourself if that's what it says. No AC in either of those 2.
No.
And it shows because all the characters reek of BO badly. The house doesn't smell like BO because they're pumping the scent in there. It smells like BO because you got good old man sweat disgusting. And they get all up on you and then, yeah.
Part of the experience.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. You're gonna walk out with scabies or something.
Oh my gosh.
But that one was alright. I gave it like a B-.
I give it B- too. Only because, I don't know, everything was pretty cool though.
When you went last year, was that like the same, like you know howl-o-scream like just rethemes walls?
No, it was different. That's why I was like, I was impressed because I was like, wait a second. Everything looked different, like prison themed or whatever. Like it was
mainly like the whole first half of that was, or even the first half and the end was like all just jail cells though.
Yeah.
It was just jail cells and then big open rooms kind of.
And then the broiler room, whatever you call it. You know what
oh yeah, I forgot about that. If you went to
any of,
I'm trying to think what the prison houses were at Horror Nights. Horror Nights had Hellgate. And then howl-o-scream had Death. Did you ever go to Death Row Vengeance at howl-o-scream?
No.
Death Row Vengeance is a better house. It was more prison themed. So
still a better house
okay,
than the Walking
it's
Dead.
complete. Everything is better than Walking Dead. And that's another 3D house, 100 billion times better than the Chance house at Horror Nights.
So
sorry,
good,
Horror Nights. If any of you guys for some reason are watching this, y'all totally tank that one, especially for your Icon house, but that's a different review. We're just doing this in order of the stuff that we went through there. So the next thing was, those are the only two actual true houses.
Like the actual houses.
After that was one of the second favorite thing there for me, Deadwood.
That was my first favorite. Oh my gosh.
What just happened?
It was a haunted trail.
Haunted trail. I've never been to howl-o-scream in Virginia, in Williamsburg there, but I've built stuff for them there. And this house is basically how I understand a lot of their houses are. Their houses are more like really elaborate scare zones compared to the one here in Tampa for howl-o-scream. But this one was like just really pitch black dark. Like the only thing that lit the way was like a little tea-like candle thing that were like in mason jars, which was pretty cool.
And your little what's it called? Glow stick.
Glow stick.
Yeah.
It was cool that you would walk through the trails, you would see some stuff, and then you would walk through like big scenic pieces, like
little
rooms. Like, they were like little makeshift haunted houses. So it was pretty cool. It was just like backwoods folk stuff, I guess. The Dade City, I don't know. This is something about the federal. They have some storyline here, and I can just tell you right now, it made no sense. None of that makes sense going through it because you have really no idea what's going on.
The Papa was a major thing.
Stop chewing on my crap. Anyways, chainsaws at the very end.
They overdid it with the chainsaws.
And they have like really like, I know this sounds stupid to say, but like they have powerful chainsaws, I guess. They're louder than the chainsaws like horror nights.
They're hot, actually.
And yeah, and they get like way too close to you. They kind of touch you. They almost touch me like with the blade. There's no chain on it, but like they still kind of touch you. Like with it,
you can feel the heat coming off.
I understand that it's a different haunt than like the theme park, so I'm not a fan of touching you. Like if I'm not allowed to touch you, don't touch me, because then you're giving me permission to touch you, kind of thing, and it's not good. So.
They were really close though.
But it was super loud. Like I already have tinnitus, and that was like.
I think I can see
they
why
feel
it works,
like it's
though.
gonna scare you, and it's
Out
not
the
always
exit.
gonna scare everyone. I think that, but then it's like why you can't even see anything, so they want you to run out of the exit. Then that's like
and you're
gonna trip over a log and break your neck or something.
Veering off to the woods.
So that one, that's like
that
a B+.
one was my favorite one, just because it wasn't an A for me completely, but it was my favorite because along the trail there was something different.
Yeah, I
But
give
it
it
all
a B+.
tied in
It was
too.
good.
Yeah,
It
the
was good.
actors
It
in
was
that
well
one
done.
were really good too. They were really cool.
Infected.
Ugh.
This is their weakest thing. They're like they make it sound like the coolest thing. I let it suck.
It's
Like I don't want to be. Yeah, it sucked.
I didn't like it.
No.
And I was in the front. The only person that ever got me in that house was the beginning, but that was because he was yelling in my ear.
Yeah.
He popped out of nowhere and yelled. I hate people.
Basically, it's a whole. I could see why they would be worried about a hurricane or any really bad thunderstorm coming through, because the entire thing is plastic sheeting, just taped, literally
cool.
taped up. And yeah, I mean, it makes it feel like it's like a little war area or whatever, like containment thing.
Yeah.
But it was like a haunted house in someone's garage in a neighborhood is probably better put together than this thing was. And like you go through like 2 big military tents. The coolest part is you go through a house which kind of looks like something out of The Walking Dead, but I don't know. It was there. It was something to do. Luckily, we were waiting. The lines there were all like 30 minutes apiece or something, 20 minutes apiece, but we got lucky because we were only 2.
We're only 2.
And we probably got to cut 20 minutes of the line because they were looking for a group of 2, and everyone else was in a bigger group. So
And we're only
that probably was the only thing that made it worth going through there. I think your camera stopped recording.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's like an F for me. That was horrible. Like it was crap.
It was cute, but
Cute.
it was not.
It was
not my favorite.
It was there last year. I'd imagine maybe they'll change it up next year.
Next year, I hope they retheme it or.
Even that was something that was interactive too, and we didn't do any of the interactive stuff. So maybe it's a different experience. I don't feel it's going to be really nothing worth making it.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to save it from the way I feel about it. The best thing there, hands down, the cursed hayride thing.
That was my second favorite.
And that was cool because you just go through, you know, big sets of stuff with like giant animatronics. They had like the hay bale thing that was like with strobe lights coming at you, looked like it was going to cut you open. Giant alligator. But the coolest thing I think I've ever seen anywhere was just you hear a chainsaw. It sounds like it's coming up from behind you in the pitch black, and then all of a sudden above you on a zip line is a guy with a chainsaw that flies over you.
That was like the best part.
Genius. So that was awesome. I give that an A+. The end scene, whole lot of flame effects, not really pyro, but and then they have a whole lot of guns. They're shooting blanks and stuff, which is great, but they're like half a foot behind you,
and then
shooting them in your ear, and at the very end you have a guy with a machine gun just like going ham with
that
it.
was funny.
Like my ears were throbbing by the time it was done. It was a great effect, but it was like maybe simmer down a little bit with it.
Yeah.
But I give it an A+. That was awesome. But I think the reason why those 2 attractions are like rated so high is because like everyone in Florida is used to going to regular haunted houses at theme parks. They don't offer that kind of attraction there, so it's like no matter how crappy it may be, it's still the best thing because there's nothing else really like it here. So, but it was really awesome. Like I give the hayride, like that's a good thumbs up.
That was
So,
Very nice.
and the midway thing, there's nothing even to review. There's characters that walk around and you can get shirts and food and play games and roast marshmallows at the campfire while everyone's walking around being creepy.
Which
So,
this year they
was
didn't
cool.
have the outside entertainment, like the, I don't know if it's
I
just
didn't go
because
last
it's
year,
a
so I don't know.
weekday, but they didn't have any of the, you know, flamethrowers or anything like that. So.
But overall, not bad for what it was like $60 for both of us to get in. So that was on a Monday.
Yeah, that was Monday.
And the crowds were like very minimal, so we didn't have to have the express pass thing and all of that. It's worth it to go once a year, once a season.
Yeah.
I won't ever go again this season. I don't need to, but it's worth it. I think. I don't know how many people are going from Orlando to there, but it's worth it. There's obviously no way that you can do that in howl-o-scream in one night to make a one trip to Tampa worth it, but it's something to try to consider, I guess. So, anything else?
No.
Boom. Go
Buy
to Scream-A-Geddon.
online.
Yeah, you see, like,
Buy your tickets online because you save $5 online. Trust me, it makes a difference.
so go to Scream-A-Geddon. All right, cool. And Ivy
Ivy says yes.
says yes too. All right. Woo-hoo. Peace.